Hello everybody, this is Half-Life Explained for Dummies. So basically, this right here, this is Gordon Freeman. He is a scientist who works at MIT. He works at the Black Mesa Research Facility currently. Now, he wakes up and is late to work, but he's doing a test, and then suddenly, a big disaster happens called the Resonance Cascade. This is bad, because it lets a bunch of evil aliens invade, and these evil aliens have things like lightning powers. Okay, and so basically, he has to escape Black Mesa because, you know, there's evil aliens now. But then, the military shows up, and they nuke the place. There's a big explosion. But that's after. So basically, he goes into an alien dimension where a crystal that was being used for the test was gone, and this alien dimension is called Zep. So basically, he goes through a portal there, and then he beats up the big alien boss called the Nihiland, and basically it's just a big floating baby. Now this big floating baby has a crystal in its head, it explodes, bam, Half-Life, done. But actually, he gets taken by a businessman guy named, well, he technically doesn't have an official name, but in the files and in the credits, he's called the G-Man. Now, the G-Man is basically like, I'm gonna employ you, and then, yeah, okay, so Gordon's gonna go away for a while. Now, we got the expansions. These don't actually matter that much, but there is one important character, Barney Calhoun. He is a security guard at Black Mesa. Now, this guy, he escapes on his own, and he's going to be important for the sequel. Okay, so now, 2004, Half-Life 2 comes out. Now, basically, Gordon Freeman is woken up by the G-Man. He's been in stasis for 20 years, and he wakes up on a train in City 17. The world has been taken over by aliens, and there's a guy named Dr. Breen running the place. He appears on these blue monitors, and he's like, I'm so evil. Okay, and so Gordon is, you know, he's a suspicious guy. He just appears on the train randomly. And so he's gonna get interrogated by the evil aliens, which are called the Combine. But Barney Calhoun is disguised as one of their police officers, and he's like, hey Gordon, it's me, Barney. I'm gonna save you. And so they go to the lab where they meet a guy named Dr. Kleiner. Now, he is a scientist who was at Black Mesa, and basically, they're working on teleport technology. And this teleporter, they're planning to send Gordon through it to another research facility to help with more research efforts, where this guy named Eli Vance is. He's another scientist from Black Mesa. He's got a prosthetic leg. And then also, his daughter Alex is at the lab with them, but she goes to the portal perfectly fine. Okay, and so basically, they're all going over to this other lab called Black Mesa East. But then suddenly, the teleporter breaks, and Gordon has to go there by foot. Now, he makes it there, and then he gets this thing called the gravity gun, which you've probably seen it if you've watched, like, Gmod videos. It's orange, it's cool, it can launch things. It has a blue version of Gary's mod called the physics gun. Technically, that blue version's in Half-Life 2, but it's still just part of the gravity gun. Okay, so Gordon, he basically, after a bunch of adventures blowing up prisons and stuff, he goes into the big Combine base called the Citadel, and he's like, hey Breen, I'm gonna stop you. And then Breen gets frickin' blown up. Okay, now Gordon, he has to escape the city, since the whole city's gone into rebellion. And so, basically, they all get away on trains. But then, the Citadel, because its core was destroyed, explodes. And then Gordon and Alex wake up, and basically, there's like, oh no, the train exploded. And so now they have to go by foot to another research facility called White Forest, where they're going to launch a rocket to stop the Combine from ever coming back. Now they make it there, but Alex gets stabbed on the way, and she gets saved by the aliens, who are now actually good because they were being controlled by the Nihiland guy from earlier. Now, Alex gets saved because she got killed by a combine monster, but she gets saved by the Vortigods who tied her life essence with Gordon's. Okay, basically they launched the rocket, but then a combine advisor, which is what they're called, comes in at the end after they launch the rocket. It kills Alex's dad, Eli. So now he's dead. Because the big evil alien stabbed him and killed him. Alright. So now, that's the end of Gordon's story for now, because there hasn't been a Half-Life 3 yet. But you know what there has been? There's been Half-Life Alyx. Now, this is a prequel to Half-Life 2. Basically, it just changes some events. So Alyx is the main character in this one, and it's a VR game. So basically, yeah, she's got hands and stuff. Alright, yeah. So, basically, she, and the help of this guy named Russell, who's like an old guy. I don't actually know much about him because he's not that important. You talk to him for the whole game. He doesn't do that much. He doesn't appear in any other games yet. Basically, Alex heard a rumor that Gordon Freeman is being held in this big floating thing called the Vault. And she goes there, and then she takes it down. But then she discovers that it's not actually Gordon, but it's the big evil business guy from earlier called the G-Man. And the G-Man does business with her, and he's like, hey, your dad dies in the future, but I will save him if you become my employee. And she's like, yes. And they kill the thing. They kill their dad. And basically, that's where the series ends for now. It's a big cliffhanger, but all we know is that there will be a sequel. It's probably coming out soon, within a year or two. The end. Bye.